choice is freedom, and that is why God won't interfere with the choice he gave you. But let the evil one fear the law of God.
Come
He that
on,
kill by sword will die by
children of the Most
sword.
High. I want to show you something. Backing my old video up. If you bring a plant, and this plant is called the wee wee plant, and you put it into the ground called life, and the ground will do what? It will multiply the seed and give it back to you. So you see, what you sow is what you reap. Now I'm trying to take you to God to understand who God is and how everything around you it is just karma of what you give in is what you get. You cannot put a mango in the ground and expect orange to come out from it. That is not true. So you see that life is truth. And what the truth does is what you give in, the truth will give back to you. The result. The truth is called the result. So you see how God created the ground. The ground give you back what you put in. Yes. That is the same way the thought is created. What you give to the thought is what the thought will give back to you. What you see with your eyes. You might see like 5 or 6 helicopters flying in the sky. And you will see it. Then your eyes will pass message to your thought. Your thought will be like, man, are you sure we are not going to war? And you will be like, oh, we're going to war? Before you know it, you're panicking. But someone spoke. Thought spoke. So what you feel, what you see, what you hear people discussing about, it is called, once you know it, you cannot unknow it. So you see how things works in life. It's what you give life. It's what life will give to you. Life is so generous that he still feed the evil ones. Look at the air we are breathing in. The evil one is breathing the same air. Why don't our life just stop the air from the evil ones to not breathe in? No, life did not stop the air for the evil one to not breathe in, because the same way he did not stop the air for the evil one to not breathe in is the same way the thought rose. Thought is a generous giver. He also feed the evil and feed the good. So is God created. It's God that created. He created you and bring out you and face you and said, it's you against you. Whatever you do to you, the result will come out in you. If you take care of yourself, the result will come out in you. If you harm yourself, the scar will come out in you. So you see what Jesus came to tell you, that I'm repeating again, is the law of God, to save you from the law of God, which is what you give is what you will come back to you. You see, if you give good, good shall follow you. You give bad, bad shall follow you. That's why he said, Peter, do not use the sword, because he that kill by sword shall die by sword. The good. Keep doing your good. Life never forgets. Nature never forgives. That's why we need to do it right. Because we cannot dance Michael Jackson and go back to the past and correct it. No. That's why we need to do it right in the first batch. Because if you think that God is the way you think God is, that means that God would have just keep the whole thing and just take everyone. Hell will not exist, but hell do exist because of choice. So the biggest prayer is, God, let your will be done in my life. I don't need that choice. May I, please, you say that whatever we ask, it shall be given. That is what it is. So be careful what you ask for. So I am asking you, my God, my Father, let my will renew my mind to become your own. Renew my flesh, my body, my thinking, everything in me. This is my prayer, God. Keep praying that prayer. Prayer works. And that is the prayer Jesus taught us. Is the will of God. Instead of me to be discussing with my thoughts, remember, thought gives good thoughts. God thought gives bad thoughts at the same time. He tells you this is how this work out. But thank God for who God is. That's why you need a relationship with God, so that God can save you. So some certain things you don't know about, which is His laws and His creations. He created you and He did not demand you, hey, everybody worship me or go to hell. No. He said that whatever you do, whatever character you project in this life, whatever thing you do, determine which dimension you are going in. Whether you are going to join the ones in hell determines. If you want to be a lawyer, you go to school. At the end of the days, you chill with lawyers. That is how it is. You are in this life. If you want to go to hell, you start going to the school of hell by doing things that is against the nature, which is taking what you cannot replace. Anything you cannot pay back, you will pay for it in another way. So what I'm trying to tell you, my child, be who God made you to be. And that is a God who tests and know. You test the food and you know which food is this. You tested the water and know it's water. You tested the air and know the air, and even notice there's some aroma of food that is so delicious mingling within the air. So you know who you are. That's why Jesus also said, test the spirits. Test it. Aye. Ayamare mayamana Aijama kuna kaima Zeze barira kutena Meleima naina Ejekuka. So the people of God, this is where I will stop today. This is where the vibration of God brings me in. Much love to you. And know that you are what? That you are what? You are a God. Without you, this drum will not be made. You made it. You created this drum. Without you, this house will not be made. Yes, God created the rain, but mankind created the house. Do you understand this? Image of God, do you understand what I mean? That God created the rain. Man created the house. Because man felt the rain and said, oh, let me adjust this. And he put a roof over him. Now the rain falls and the rain goes in a clean direction. But at the end, God paved the way for a man to be wise. Yes. Without what you see, feel, how can you even make a move, a choice? So you see that you need the will of God for the choice that they're giving us, that God gave us, is what they call freedom. But